So today, briefly, I am sharing with you one of our publications, understanding land sea interactions with sea surface temperatures. So, without any delay, let me go through. This paper was published with Noami, and let me introduce now to you our co-author. And I hope you can find this paper in this link. And now let me introduce Bangladesh not only to show you how overpopulated country is, but geographically the country is a lowland and connecting with more than 450 rivers within the country with three major rivers and connecting to the Bay of Bengal. So the geographical locations for the country has a significance in natural disasters as well as infrastructure developments. That is why we have to prioritize not only for sustainable development but also tackling the extreme weather events, for example droughts or heat wave. So physical mechanism of understanding temperature is inevitable. So in this way, you could see that there are so many papers may have focused on sea surface temperature and their trends, or air temperatures and their trends, and forecasting with only not only statistical approaches but also applying so many machine learning algorithms to forecast temperature. However, we are trying to understand not really forecasting the temperature itself per se, but we are trying to understand the climatological aspects in the coastal temperature, which is ocean temperature, and also comparing it with the earth's skin temperature, which represents the land. So to distinguish between these two, if you understand the heat capacity and how heat capacity for land is and how heat capacity for water is, you will distinguish that how significance it has in the radiative energy balance and of overall energy cooling and warming itself. That is why we are trying to understand a long-term variations from the reanalysis datasets and apply to annual and decadal trends to understand the land sea interactions for applying and understanding droughts or heat wave. So why would we carry on those? Because if you look at previous studies, the datasets were either small or applying the air temperature or something like that. But we are trying to here compare the earth's skin temperature and ocean temperature more than 70 years taken from the era 5 and trying to apply on it descriptive statistics, probability density function, most of all the statistical approaches to understand their annual and decadal changes over the time. So now let us move on to the study sites. Not only to neglect, it is the sea surface temperature is representing the Bay of Bengal, and the land earth's skin temperature representing the area of Bangladesh. So you could see their descriptive statistics in this figure on the right. And understand how the variations are. So definitely because of the land impacts, you see the variations in the land datasets are much stronger than understanding the variations for the ocean. And obviously we can go and scrutinize by each of their changes, variations. So if you look at the box plots here, you will see that how sea surface temperature and skin temperature are different from each other. And the probability density function also represents the sea surface temperature mostly follow normal distribution, where the skin temperature are quite skewed. So we have to understand that any small changes within the ocean can create natural disaster like tropical cyclone or coastal disaster, something like that. But earth's skin temperature has significance in heat wave as well as droughts. So if you look at the annual variations in this figure, that annual variation significance, if we look at the determination of coefficient, is quite low for the yearly change. On the right is sea surface temperature, and on the right is sea surface. Yes, that's right. On the right is sea surface temperature, and on the left is skin temperature. So you could, but if you look at the scrutinizing, if it is made as decadal, we could see that decadal trends are much stronger in terms of yearly change. So I hope you would read the paper and understand more on it. Thank you very much. And you could also follow the previous reference.